In today's video, I want to prove that new properties, irregardless of house or apartment, can outperform established properties in both capital growth and rental use if you purchase with the right data and guidance.
Really?
In properties, there are rules that everyone repeats without questioning them. One of the biggest is this: never buy an apartment, always buy established property with a big block of land. But having spent my last 10 years buying new properties myself, the property industry teach me one thing: opinions don't pay the mortgage, results do. So today I want to do something uncomfortable on purpose. I'm going to compare two assets that people insist should never mention in the same space: a new apartment and an established house on a large block of land in a great school zone. This comparison is not to be fair, but to stress test that belief with real numbers. So let's take a time machine and go back to the year 2020-21, where the Brisbane property market started to boom. The real case example I'm showing today is both the properties are located in Brisbane and both were purchased within the same cycle. I want to prove that the difference isn't about the timing of the market. So back in early 2021, I bought an off-the-plan apartment in Brisbane for the price of $770,000. That purchase requires me to pay a 10% deposit of the contract price, which is $77,000. The project is estimated to be completed in 2 years' time. So by the time the property is completed in 2023, when I do my bank loan application, the valuer came back with a valuation of the property at $850,000. With those uplifts, I was able to finance the property without having to put in further money to secure the property. Now let's look at the cash flow. This new apartment is currently renting at $1,080 per week, and that equates to a 7.3% gross rental yield. Now critics will often point to the cost of the high body corporate fee that will eat into my rental yield. But the net reality is, even if I factor in those corporate fees, the rental yield still sits comfortably at 6.5%. And not to mention apartments, I don't have to buy building insurance. So this property is a self-sustaining asset that covers up its own costs, even in today's higher interest rate environment. Let's look at the other comparison. This established home in Sunnybank, it was bought for $700,000 back in 2021, and the property currently rents at about $700 per week, which equates to 5.2% yield. Factoring that this property needs to buy a building insurance, the rental yield may sit at about 4.8%, which comparing to the apartment that I have bought is 1.7% lower. And then the critics will come in to say that, but your apartment will not grow so much in value. The established house with the big land will definitely goes up higher in value. Well, the reality is quite the opposite. Yes, the established house in Sunnybank did perform well. It was recently sold for around $1.15 million, an uplift of $450,000, a strong result by any measure. But with my apartment property, based on recent comparable sales within the same development, this unit is currently valued at closer to $1.8 million. That's an uplift of $1.1 million. Well, of course, this case isn't presented as a universal rule. Rather, it is a single case study in a specific city during a specific cycle. But this example directly challenge that apartment cannot grow in value, or that land alone guarantees a better outcome. So I want to stress that today's video lesson is not about asking you to buy new apartments, and it's not never buy house. The lesson is that structure, timing, and demand often matter more than the property labels. I share these numbers because if decision makings are moved away from just a traditional fixed mindset, we could achieve a better outcome. But I know that the question is still gonna nagging at you. You look at these new build projects and thinking, okay, even the growth is good, but aren't I paying up a huge premium to the developer? Isn't it the new builds are overpriced compared to the established properties? In the next video, I will break down construction costs, replacement values, and developers' margins, so you can see whether new is actually expensive or just a misunderstanding. And this is where the conversation becomes practical. I am your new guy Justin. Subscribe if you like my content, and I will see you in the next video.